You're still tuned to Bush Radio. It's 9.5 FM, the mother of community radio in Africa. This is The Bachelor Show with your boy, Renato. It is time for us to jump into our second interview. So today we are celebrating a story of innovation and tradition nestled at the foot of the Simonsberg mountain range. Tokara Estate has mastered the art of producing world-class extra virgin olive oil and winning prestigious awards and accolades. Since 2001, Tokara has blended cutting-edge technology with a deep respect for nature, creating exceptional products while fostering a thriving community. So stay with us as we dive into the journey of Tokara, where sustainability, craftsmanship, and passion come together. As an ABSA Top 10 award winner last year, we'll talk about how and why the Tokara story matters. So on the line talking to us is Gert van Dijk, Operational Manager at Tokara Olives. Hi Gert, how are you?
Well, thanks in here, Renato.
I am awesome. So let's get straight to it. So can you just start by telling us a bit about your farm? Where is it, and is there anything unique about your location?
Well, we're situated on the slopes of Simonsberg on the Stellenbosch side. We've got beautiful, rich, deep red soils. The terroir is mostly, and the farming practices is mostly the reason why we can produce high quality extra virgin olive oils.
So how did your journey into olive oil farming begin? What inspired you to start this venture?
Well, I first when I came to the Western Cape, I started with studying, and I was mostly involved in dairy and livestock in my college years at Stellenbosch. And after that, I couldn't really find a job, and that's where in dairy. That's why one day I got the advert at Stellenbosch for the olive farm, and my journey started with Chris and Sue Everson on the olive farm. And that was the beginning of good things for me.
So what were some of the key challenges you faced when you first started, and how did you get to be where you are today?
I think what I did is I listened to most of the olive farmers in the area. I connected with SA Olive, which is the representative for the olive industry in South Africa. And through the networking there, I really got involved, and I started training, because access to literature on olive oil production was fairly limited at that point. I'm talking about 1998. But through the SA Olive community and industry, there was really such nice mentors and people that was telling me, go into that direction if I had problems. Solving was done within the industry and within reference. And that was the way I learned how to make olive oil. Of course, I also trained under Dr. Carlo Castiglione, and that was a privilege. And he taught me all he knew about olive oil production.
So how has, the partnership with SA Olive, how has that supported your farm's growth?
Well, I'm currently serving with SA Olive on the board of directors. I'm also on the tasting panel for the last 20-odd years, and the olive oil tasting panel, and I'm also the director of the technical committee for SA Olive. So for me, it was key to be involved in all the areas where possible to further grow the farm, which I worked for at that point and now, as well as personal growth and growing my career. So, I played a very big part in where I am today and where our farms are today. And we're still growing and we're still learning every day. So it's a big venture.
So, winning the 2024 ABSA award is a huge accomplishment. What does this recognition mean to you and your team?
I think it just states that we are a boutique-style press, and we can give attention to detail, and it just reassures our clients that we really are up there with the standards. We really have a passion for what we do, and working for Tokara as a brand and as a company, it's like a family business. We all work together to that point. From the GM right through to the farm managers, we all work together. So I think it just reiterates on the quality and the standards and the passion.
There we go. Seeing all that hard work get its recognition. Awesome. So, for our listener out there, what sets your extra virgin olive oil apart from others in the industry? As Absa says, your story matters. So, do you have a particular story you'd like to share?
I think the story around Tokara extra virgin olive oil is the fact that the owners started out with a farm on the olive side in 2000, and they really built it up and they gave it its best to grow it. So, and they then support people. They've uplifted people in the process. We've empowered people in the process as we moved along. So, it's an amazing story for us, and to be able to tell the story today. It's been a journey.
And a hard journey it has been. So, looking ahead, what are your plans for the future of the farm, and what is next for your business?
I think to continue to produce a high-quality extra virgin olive oil, to continue to grow the people, because as you know, in South Africa, there's not really formal training for olive oil makers as well as, the farming side. There's classes at Altenburg, but I mean, really specific, no. And that's our big challenge is we can't go and pick people off the shelf, and we don't want to do that because we want to take the people that start out with us and, uplift them right through the way to the end. I mean, including myself, as it is a learning journey for us. That I think is the vision, and that's what makes the opportunity there to make a very good extra virgin olive oil. If you can keep on to your acumen that you've collected over the last couple of years.
Beautiful. Finally, what message would you like to share with consumers about the importance of supporting local South African olive farmers?
I think as the industry can grow, at the moment, the local producers only produce about 30% of the total olive oil market that is consumed in South Africa. So there's a huge opportunity for growth. And the more you support the local growers, I don't even want to go to carbon footprint and, competitive trading. What I'm saying is that if you support the local markets, you give them opportunity to grow. And I think South Africa has got so much to do. There's so much land that can be planted with olives. It's just sort of such an exciting time for us because there was a world shortage. And I think this is super important that we support the local industry. And you can be assured if it went through SA Olive and its local producers, because we don't have those huge pressures that they have overseas, and that really gives us the opportunity to put attention to detail and make some of the finest quality extra virgin olive oil in South Africa. So this is important. Support local, grow local, so that we can reduce all that strains that we have on those imports and that price that is coming from overseas.
There we go. Gert, thank you very much for giving us your time and also sharing your journey with us.
It was my pleasure, and thanks for the opportunity.
There we go. Have an awesome day further.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
If you just tuned in, you just missed a discussion where we were speaking to Gert van Dijk, the operational manager at Tokara Olives, where we were just talking about their brand of olive oil, extant virgin olive oil, and also talking about the blood, sweat, and tears that, they have put in, plus the workers, and also celebrating their accomplishments for that. Anyways, let us get back into some of the sounds that will be taking us to our full news bulletin. Keep locked on Bush Radio. It's 9.5 FM, the mother of community radio in Africa. This is the Backchat Show with your boy Renato. Tumi Music and Maya with George Leslie featuring Jay Sachs with Tico Bauer.